Good morning. Today we have more progress to report in our continuing effort to protect public health by going after false and misleading claims and by grappling with price gouging. As you know, we have a joint coronavirus task force here in Los Angeles, and our key partner is with us this morning, District Attorney Jackie Lacey. Today we announced we filed another lawsuit against a company claiming to sell home test kits to detect coronavirus. That company is Applied Biosciences. And in a warning that's very important to people who would attempt to mislead the public about these very sensitive public health issues, this matter was referred to us by the United States Department of Defense. The Department of Defense turned to us because it knows about the effectiveness and the scope of our work collectively here in Los Angeles to protect the public. And I do want to point out that this product that we're announcing today, this work product I'm announcing today, is the result of joint efforts, a partnership with the federal DOJ COVID-19 Fraud Task Force in Washington, D.C. Jackie, you want to share what the nature of this lawsuit is?
Thank you, Mike. Today, our office is sued to stop Applied Biosciences Corporation from continuing to sell COVID-19 home test kits from its website. We allege in our lawsuit that Applied Biosciences unlawfully advertised and sold the at-home COVID-19 blood tests because these tests are not approved by the FDA. The lawsuit also names as defendants the corporation's president, Chris Bridges, and its founder and chairman, Scott Stevens. We're asking the court to stop these defendants from continuing to market the site, sell the at-home test kits. We're also seeking civil penalties and restitution for all consumers who bought the test kits. Under the law, we may seek as much as $2,500 in penalties for each violation. As Mike mentioned, we've been working in partnership with the U.S. Department of Justice COVID-19 Fraud Task Force on this case. In our lawsuit, we allege that Applied Biosciences advertised and sold home COVID-19 test kits on its website, remedyshop.com, for $35 each. The defendants allegedly marketed their test to homes, schools, hospitals, law enforcement, military, and public servants. The defendants claim that their at-home test could diagnose COVID-19 with 96.3% accuracy. They said that all consumers had to do was simply prick a finger to test their blood. The company claimed in a news release that you would have results in just 15 minutes, all done within the safety and comfort of your home. Our lawsuit accuses the company of making false claims that are misleading, unfair, unlawful, and quite frankly, dangerous. Specifically, we allege in this civil action that Applied Biosciences violated the state's unfair competition and false advertising laws, as well as the Sherman Act, which regulates the manufacturing and sale of medical devices. In California, medical devices may be sold only if the company complies with FDA regulations. The FDA this week did approve the first at-home collection kit for nasal swab specimens, which is different from what the defendants in this lawsuit did. No at-home COVID-19 serological test has been approved by the FDA. At all times, but especially during this public health emergency, consumers should be able to trust that healthcare treatments, cures, tests are providing reliable and accurate results. Our lawsuit alleges that Applied Biosciences violated the public trust at a time when we are desperate for healthcare remedies that will keep us and our families safe from the coronavirus. Just 7 weeks ago, Mike and I stood here in City Hall and warned consumers to be aware of these kinds of scams. And we also warned scam artists that we would aggressively prosecute anyone who took advantage of consumers during this crisis. Unfortunately, not everyone got the message. We're here today announcing the first civil action arising from the Los Angeles Joint Coronavirus Task Force. I hope our actions today send a strong message to any other scam artist out there in our midst. We will not tolerate the unscrupulous activities of those who try to take advantage of others financially or otherwise during this pandemic. We continue to investigate false medical claims and other illegal activity associated with the coronavirus. This is about more than just money. Fraudulent medical testing can give consumers a sense of false hope that may contribute to the spread of the virus. People who believe they are healthy or virus-free are more likely to return to work and otherwise move about freely, increasing the risk to themselves and others. These type of scams actually jeopardize the health of all of us. Mike, I understand that you're also cracking down on price gouging within the city of Los Angeles. Please tell us about the case you're filing today.
Thank you very much, Jackie, and thank you again for the exceptional teamwork throughout this crisis and, of course, at all times. Let me make a couple of key points. First, there is no reason for any member of the public now to feel that they need to get a home test kit. Let's be clear. As Ms. Lacey indicated, the federal government has approved a home collection kit, one such kit, where there are tests conducted in a laboratory, but no full home test kit. It is in Los Angeles now, anybody can get a test, free. You don't have to rely on anybody who would be attempting to mislead you online. Now, I do want to make a quick report before I dive into price gouging issues, and that is just a couple days ago, we were here announcing the resolution of another lawsuit involving another company allegedly marketing home test kits, and that was RootMD. Recall that one element of that resolution was the requirement that RootMD provide full restitution to its customers. I'm here to report that RootMD has now already provided about $176,000 in restitution to roughly 800 customers. This underscores the impact of this continuing effort. And now, as Ms. Lacey mentioned, let me talk about price gouging for a moment. Our team is continuing to crack down on coronavirus-related price gouging. And recall in California, price gouging is when a seller sells an item for more than 10% more than the seller sold it before the emergency was declared. Today, I'm announcing that we have filed criminal charges against Brian Gonzalez. He's a third-party seller on Amazon doing business as Checkout Time. Remember that I mentioned that Amazon is providing to us key information about sellers who may be involved in price gouging, what they sold the product for before the emergency, and the identity of third-party sellers. That's not always easy to detect online. Now, in this case, we allege the defendant sold 8-ounce containers of Purell hand sanitizer for up to $54.90. Up to $54.90 for an 8-ounce container of Purell. And I want to remind people that the penalties associated with each count of alleged price gouging are a year in jail and up to $10,000 in a penalty. So the penalties are severe. The consequences of price gouging are severe, especially in this crisis. Attempting to take advantage of the fear and anxiety of the public is going to get a direct response from us. And so these are allegations in this case. I want to note, by the way, that not only is Amazon providing us with the identities and the prices sold by third-party sellers, in this case, Amazon also removed Mr. Gonzalez and Checkout Time from its platform. Now, I do want to thank members of the City Attorney's Office who continue to do remarkable work in this area, both in terms of the quantity of work that we're producing that led, for example, the Department of Justice to reach out to our offices, the DA's offices and ours, but also the quality of that work. Kate Keneally, Will Rivera, Christina Toussaint, Will Pletcher, Alex Burjans, Miguel Ruiz, and Carl Tukoski. I also want to note that we are joined this morning again by our crack interpreters, Rick Pope and Arlene Narvaez. Both are going to be, Arlene's going to be here in just a second. And our partners at LA City View, Channel 35, who continue to do just exceptional work in this crisis. Thank you so much for allowing us to show this. I'm going to say a few words in Spanish, and then we're happy to take questions from anybody who is watching this broadcast. Ahora en español. Continuamos protegiendo la salud pública en esta crisis al combatir las estafas relacionadas con COVID y el aumento de precios. Nuestro grupo operativo combatiendo el coronavirus incluye mi oficina y un socio importante en esta lucha, el fiscal del distrito, Jackie Lacey. Hoy anunciamos que hemos presentado otra demanda contra una empresa, Applied Bioscience, que afirma vender kits de prueba en el hogar para detectar el virus. Alegamos que este kit de prueba no está aprobado por la FDA, Administración de Alimentos y Medicinas. También continuamos nuestra ofensiva contra el supuesto aumento de precios. Estoy anunciando hoy que hemos presentado cargos criminales contra Brian González, un vendedor externo de Amazon, que hace negocios nombrando como checkout time, hora de salida. Alegamos que el acusado vendió botellas de 8 onzas de Purell, desinfectante para manos, por $54.90 cada una. Quiero todos los angelinos sepan que estamos aquí luchando por ti. Now, happy to take any questions. Rob, any questions? All right, we're in good shape. Thank you all for participating with us today. And again, I want to underscore our gratitude to District Attorney Jackie Lacey. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.